New construction homes are making a lot of American families really upset and giving a lot of families headaches because they're paying over $300,000 in a lot of cases for these newly constructed homes, thinking that they look good, they're big enough, and that they're of good quality. But once they move in, they find that not to be the case at all. For instance, you're going to see examples in this video of people moving into their newly constructed home, and they got all kinds of problems from beams just not being put in right, so the whole structure is a danger, or they got the flooring not done right at all, or they got the ceiling just all types of problems, and people are absolutely livid because this is not what they're paying for. Keep watching.
From the low 400s for just this little slab, that's a problem. That's a huge problem.
Let me show you why your new construction house sucks.
So we're taking a look at this bathroom, and the wood broke, so we'll throw it in here and see if anybody will notice. But if you're gonna hide it, at least try to hide it. It's not even fully painted. It looks like hell.
Scheme of things, it's not that bad, but at least give me some effort.
Things are built like absolute shit these days. We just bought this new house like, what, I don't know, a year ago. And it's a new build. Great, love that. We complained to the builder that the floors are really squeaky. I said, oh yeah, it's because you guys keep turning off the AC and then turning it back on. First off, no, I don't. If you know me, it's an icebox in my home all the time. So 8 months later of lots and back and forth of it being our issue, they're finally fixing it. Great, love that. Let's see what they actually did building this house because it's ridiculous. They missed installing the floors correctly. All of those nails should be in, my understanding, the subfloor or something like that. So the floors just squeak the second you step on them. Squeaky, 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 everywhere. Come on, bro. How is that passed?
Never lie to my clients whenever I talk about new construction as a good option for them. Do your research on the builders, especially like locally. D.R. Horton is based out of Dallas Fort Worth. I find that a lot of their homes are significantly higher in craftsmanship here than in other states. And I've not had a problem with them not fixing things that have broken in their house. But even some of my friends have a nice house by a different builder. Flooring was peeling up. It's annoying, but the builder is fixing it. There's stuff, again, that happens all the time with pre-owned homes, but people specifically like to attack new construction because it's a new house, and it's like that house needs time to settle. It needs time to work out its kinks. That's why builders have the warranties, because they're aware of that. Yeah. But if you don't trust new construction, it's pretty simple. Don't buy it. You don't have to. I'm just saying right now is a really good time to buy it if you're comfortable with dealing with new construction because of the incentives that they're offering, and because it is very hard for your average first-time home buyer to buy a pre-owned home right now. We're talking mortgages close to $3,000, if not $3,000 for a $300,000 home. Most people cannot afford that for their first house. I don't even want to mortgage that high. Even though I could afford it, I don't want to deal with that. So anyways, that's my story.
You'll see all these $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 houses. Hell, here's one. There's one. All right. I want to show you what these son bitches are made out of. You see that? Better. Okay. There's this. Ain't shit to it. I want y'all's goddamn homes built out of fucking cardboard. 200 G's. 200 G's.
The crazy thing is, this is happening all over America. Builders are rushing, cutting corners, putting up new construction using substandard materials. Buy an older home, preferably before 1980.
New construction homes are absolutely ridiculous, and I don't know how they keep getting away with this. I was showing some between $2 and $3 million, and the backyards aren't completed. There's literally nothing. It's just dirt. How can you demand such a high premium for something that a buyer is going to have to finish themselves? It doesn't cost that much money to have a built-in barbecue, some grass, and like a nice little concrete seating area or something. No one's asking you to build a pool. Most people don't even want a pool these days. But to demand such a high premium for a house that really isn't even turnkey because the buyer's going to have to come out of pocket to finish the backyard, it actually doesn't make any sense. On top of that, these new builds, the backyards are getting smaller and smaller every single year because they're just trying to stack as many homes together as possible. I kind of feel like this is going to be an issue at some point in the future. Buyers are getting significantly more picky with how much they're paying for a house and what kind of house they're paying for. And to demand $2.5–3 million for a home that you need to continue to pay more money to actually make it livable seems a little ridiculous to me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
So, about a year and a half ago, I bought a brand new house. It's like a dream home for me, you know? And little did I know how it would ruin my life. This is not normally how I look or sound. I have been poisoned by my house. My story is so crazy, everything I've experienced with this new build. But if I could share something with you, is that watch the process of your new build and check your AC by your AC guy, not theirs. My house has mold in it. I am so sick here. I'm stuck in this house. I have almost a 9% interest rate, and $3,000 of my mortgage goes to interest every month. My house, they forgot to put the vapor wrap or barrier wrap in it. My AC was installed wrong, oversized unit with exposed holes everywhere. My whole house was built with moldy lumber. Every night, I sleep on my couch. These are my couches. I'm sick of it. I can't sleep in any of the rooms because I can't breathe. My throat hurts every day. I have the most insane symptoms every day from the mold exposure. I find myself getting off the couch to go outside to get fresh air because I can't breathe the air in here anymore. I get to a point where I can't handle it. I would have never thought this would be me. It could be anybody. It's actually really common with a lot of these new builds. They just throw them up so quick, and they do such a crappy job installing the AC. I mean, you're doomed if your AC is oversized for your space because mold will start to grow in your house. Needless to say, through this whole horrible experience, the builders have tried to cover it all up, remediating and covering it up. We found the mold again today, and I'm suing my builders.
This is why you gotta come. When you get your house built, you gotta come every single day to watch these folks build your home. This is a load-bearing wall. Look at the gap. Look how your nails in here.
Look at this one. Look right here. Look at this. It's not even stable.
Look at your gaps. This is why you gotta come.
It's not even stable.
Look at this nail. This is why you gotta come when these folks build your house. Look at the nails. You ain't gonna never see this because this is gonna be behind the wall. Look at your gaps. And your joists, your 2x4. Look at this. You gotta come every single day. Look at this. guarantee you they'll never take stuff like this out. This gonna stay behind your wall for forever. Look at the nail, straight through the stud. Look at the trash wood that they use. Look at it. Look at the trash wood. This pressure treated, but look at it. Look at your angles of your wood cut wrong. You ain't gonna never know. That's what's behind your wall.
If you are looking at buying a new construction house and comparing builders and thinking about purchasing through Lennar, I highly suggest you rethink that and don't go with a Lennar home. We are coming up on our 1 year of living in our house and still fighting for things that were supposed to be covered under our warranty to be taken care of. When we moved in, we were made all these huge promises, like our garage was going to be flecked and sealed because of things that they messed up on. Guess what? Never happened. We were also told that ceiling fans were going to get put in our house because they forgot to put the gooseneck covers on the top of our house, and we had that hurricane last September, and it ended up pouring through our master bedroom ceiling and causing major damage. Well, we never got the ceiling fans, and we're now almost a year to that happening, and they just finally came to finish that problem and fix it. Their workers came and took off the things from the ceiling and then just left, never put them back up. We also have clumps of paint and drywall all over our master bedroom carpeting, and they never came back to fix that either. So they'll give you a bunch of promises, and they will never come through with that. They'll just get you to try to shut up. When you do your walkthrough with Lennar, they go around with this blue painter's tape, and they tell you that everywhere they put the tape, they're going to come back and fix. Well, here we are a year later, and we still have tape in all of our windows, on our walls, on our light fixtures, on our outlets, our switches. There's blue tape all over my house. They never came back and did anything with that blue tape. So I think that's just to show you that like they care when they're doing their walkthrough, but they're not going to come back and fix any of that either. That's all for show. Here's our master bathroom mirror. They damaged it when they were installing it. They scratched off the back of the mirror. They said they were putting it in just for closing, and then they were coming back and putting in a new master bathroom mirror. It never happened. Why am I hanging out by the thermostat? That's because they've come out 3 different times to fix our air. We have no air coming in our master bedroom. It gets 86 degrees in there. They come out, they clickety-clack it, touch little buttons. They're like, oh, I don't know what's going on. We're going to have to order something and come back out. And then they never do. And then they send my husband emails to DocuSign and close off that we had that taken care of, except we never had it taken care of. And I don't know if you can tell in the video, but like everything was installed crooked in my house. All of the vents are crooked. Nothing is even. They said they were coming to fix those and straighten everything out. Never happened. We are missing shelves in our kitchen. Like they just totally didn't put them in. This is in several cabinets, but they said that's not covered under their warranty. And in the other cabinets, there's no brackets to hold them. Look at it. They came to come and do work and then signed off and said this is finished. This one's also hard to show in the video, but it's an inch difference from one corner of the window to the other side. They completely put the framing on sideways. And they want us to sign off on this saying that they finished the concrete while they patched it and did not paint it. But sure, Lennar, it's all done. Our concrete in our driveway crumbling after 4 months, but they said that's not covered either. Footprints and paint from...
I told my wife that I wasn't going to do it, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
This is why you should never buy a new construction home. This is the shower that they just put in, and this is my floor. After turning on the shower for a few minutes, running to grab my clothes, and this happened. Now my floors are coming up because they're so weak. It's about the 4th replacement coming up because of the water and all the flooding. Floors coming up.
Okay, if you live in a new build house, please stay. Or if you know anything about new build houses, please stay. Let me show you. Well, just for a little bit of context, we've lived in this house for 3 years, almost 3 years now. It was a brand new build when we moved in. So we are the first owners of this house. It was a pretty penny, okay? It was a pretty penny. Okay, can someone explain to me why there are cracks happening in our home? Look at all that. Okay, this is at the top of our stairwell. You can see that big long crack right there. Okay, we have screws like protruding out of our walls. They're starting to come out. This was not picked, it's just the drywall is just falling off. Here is another example of a crack, I guess, forming at the top of our stairs. This is in my daughter's room. We have screws coming out from, this is her ceiling. We have windows. This is my daughter's room again. Window like cracks in here. Looks like it's like coming basically undone. Okay, that is just a fraction of everything that's going on around our house. Can somebody please explain this to me? We are pretty much SOL because we're out of our 1-year warranty and they're not going to do anything about it. Like, is this normal for new built homes? Like, am I crazy for being pissed? Am I overreacting for being pissed? Because, like I said, this house was not cheap. This was a fairly expensive home that my fiance worked very hard to put us into, and we are now almost on year 3 of living here, and this is what it looks like. So please share this with somebody that you know. Comment to somebody that you think might know what's going on with our house. Like, what can we do? Because this is actually insane.
We will not be buying anything that was built in 2024.
My house was built in 1958, and I don't think I will ever buy a house that is any newer. Our house is like 1,300 square feet, but this place is a fortress. I will be on one side of the house and my fiance's on another, and I can't hear him talking to me because the walls are so thick. We have to command hook everything to the wall because it is impossible to get like a push pin in to put decor up because the walls are so thick. Watch. I'm trying as hard as I can, and it just won't go through. There's also something extremely comforting about the fact that this house has been here through the worst of storms of all time. Like, she survived Hurricane Andrew. She's good. Especially as a Florida girly and someone who sells real estate for a living, I just love something about an old Florida concrete block construction home. They're like legit fortresses. And if it's maintained well, there is no better indication of a home holding up for the future than one that has already held up for the past 66 years through the worst storms of all time. Yes, you'll have to update things along the way with an older house, but you can be pretty damn sure that this house is not going anywhere in the long run. My advice, buy the old house and then just upgrade the finishes to be whatever you want.
We bought our house as a new build 1.5 years ago, and I had no idea what I was doing or what choices needed to be made. Now that I've lived here for a while, I know what I do not like about my house, and if I had the opportunity again, what I would change, and I'm going to share them with you. Let's get into it. All right, number 1 and the most annoying thing about my house is these floors. So I strongly advise you, if you have kids or dogs or anything that's going to be like rough on your floors, to get LVP. LVP is amazing. It's very good price. You can literally drop anything on it and nothing will happen. It doesn't scratch easily. It's amazing. So that's what I have. I love my floors. However, I did not know when I bought this house that when they install LVP, they also install a quarter round on your baseboard. So if you're choosing that, make sure you're looking inside your contract and seeing
what comes with your LVP. If I hadn't known this, this is the ugliest thing ever. It constantly gets in my way when I'm vacuuming. The kids just dent it up. Like any type of cars that my son plays with just ruin it and make it just look so dingy. And it makes the whole floor look cheap. So I strongly advise you to look in your contract and see if you get LVP, does it come with something like this? At that point, I would recommend getting like the cheap floor and then replacing it after you move in. Number 2 would be motorized blinds. They are a game changer. I love them. I have them on these 2 windows because my thought was I don't want to be climbing on top of the couch to close my blinds every night. So I got them on those 2 windows. I did not get them on that window because I figured, oh, I can just pull that one down myself. However, I can't reach it. So whenever I go to open that window, I cannot open it all the way. And I think it just looks so ugly. And every night when I'm closing down my house, when I close those, I have to then walk over there and close those. So if you're gonna do motorized, like think about those situations and how exactly you want your house. All right, this one's kind of hard to show, so I took you into my closet. When you get a new build house, a lot of builders are giving you the option to put a door in between your laundry room and your closet. And to me, I was like, oh, that's just silly. Like, we don't need to spend the money on that. That just doesn't make sense for us. It was only like $1,800, something around there, where like in a mortgage, it's not gonna kill you. But I decided against it. I didn't think it was something that we needed. However, it is 100% something that we would have needed and used. We have 2 kids, and I am constantly like grabbing their clothes, taking them to the laundry room, grabbing all the clothes around the house, taking them to the laundry room, doing things in my closet, and then going to the laundry room constantly. If I just had a little door right there that could take me directly into my laundry room, and my closet's big enough that it would have been fine, would have changed a lot of things for me. So think those things through. All right, this is my last one. Beautiful thing that I think everybody should do in their kitchen is, if you have the option and the funds to do it, bring your cabinets to the ceiling. It makes a house just look that much bigger, that much more grand. Bring your cabinets to the ceiling. And you don't have to dust up there. Like, it's just, it's a win-win. And if you do that, make sure you put an outlet up there. Because I have this kitchen, I cannot put lights up there unless I hire an electrician, because I didn't think to put an outlet up there to put lighting inside of my clear cabinets. All right, well, that's all I can really think of as of now. I hope this helps you when you get a new build. Thank you.
After watching this video, I don't know how anyone can buy new construction homes, because these homes are absolutely atrocious. You see in this video, it's not just the problem with the flooring and the ceiling, which is already bad enough, but in some cases, it's actually got structural problems that certain beams are just putting wrong, and the house is actually at a major danger from the start. I mean, that is absolutely unacceptable, because you would think with the technology they have nowadays, houses would be built more well done, and they would be safer for people who are moving in, especially when they're paying a lot higher prices for these newly constructed homes. But, you know, families, they take out this huge mortgage and they expect their new home to be this really nice, really good home to raise their family. But no, it's not the case at all. I mean, the flooring, it's all bubbling up. The ceiling is about to fall. It's just crazy amount of problems. I mean, I get why people are so outraged at this, because imagine working hard your whole life just to save enough money for a house and, you know, to raise a family, and you spend like well over $300,000 in today's average housing cost for new construction. In a lot of cases, goes over more than $500,000. And it looks nice on the outside. It looks nice on the inside even. And everything looks pretty good. I mean, sure, it's not real wood. It's all vinyl. But it gives you this clean wood look until you investigate further and find out that what it looks like is far from the quality and the actual reality. the quality is just not there. I mean, you have everything from electric work to just basic framing to just the ceiling, the flooring that they put down. It's just so many things wrong with this. And people are just not accepting this, and they don't know what to do because they spend so much money on this. And this is not okay. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Thank you.